It's week 4 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Broncos and the Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Escaping a tackler at the 25, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go, baby. Here we go.
More the man in motion. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run here with Herbert. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Herbert is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. A good effort there from Javon Dexter. He drops him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Here's Ethan Evans now. Dante Pettis deep for Chicago. It's taken to the 26. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Toss play, Herbert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll go again with Herbert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Off the draw, here's Williams.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. They go back to the ground with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Maher able to put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Here's Smith to return it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Up the middle, here's P. Ryan.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
P-Ryan will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Herbert once more.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And Allen's got it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the 1st.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Here we go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
He'll buy some time right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 12. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. Caught by Dulcich. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Wilson. Able to get this to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dropping it off underneath, here's Perine. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means the
choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Don't jump. Ready?
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to look deep for more.
And this is caught. That time through the air. 52 yards. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.